last year we completed a study in which we demonstrated that 73% of the digital transformation projects we looked at failed to complete. That is, they didn't even finish. And of those that did finish, 76% of those didn't meet their expectations. That's horrific. But don't believe just our research. Go out and read the literature. As I read the literature, really the bottom level, 70% failure is very common, and I see literature from people like McKinsey and Harvard where the failure rates can be as high as 80 or above. This is just incredibly discouraging, particularly given how much money we as organizations are putting into digital transformation. So we at Everest have gone into investigated what is causing this failure and what can we do about it. We've come up with a gut analysis. And by gut, my apologies to Einstein, what I mean by gut is general unified theory. So our gut analysis, or our gut feeling on this, is that the transformation is failing because of the change, the broad and deep change that these digital transformation journeys are inflicting on their organizations. And so let's start and say, well, what has to change? Well, clearly the technology is changing. The technology is disruptive, and we're changing out components of that technology, or perhaps all of it. We call the technology that's emerging a digital platform, or a DSP. So what are other sources of change? Well, talent model. The people who are running this digital platform or operating this new environment, they are both different in terms of different skills and often different in terms of number of individuals and where they're located and what they're doing. So we have a talent model change. This in turn, we also have an organizational model change. Many of these digital transformations cut across our existing processes and departments, and they collapse departments, they collapse organizations, and this is incredibly disruptive and really challenges the status quo. We also have a change in purpose and in vision. Typically what's going on here is we're trying to change a customer experience or an employee experience, some form of experience, so we have a different vision, and that changes our policies, our processes. These get challenged as well. And then finally we emerge with a new economic model. These new digital platforms really come at their deep investment. They're expensive to put in place, but typically much cheaper to operate, and that has a very significant effect on the cost to operate of both firms and or functions. So what we can see here is a huge amount of deep change. So let's step back. So that's the gut. That's all the things that have to change. Let's think of the types of stakeholders that must change. And we've really identified 4 types of stakeholders. There's the end user. An end user would be a customer or an employee. Okay, so that's one stakeholder has to change. The people who are operating the platform have to change. There's also the platform administrators. These are the executives in the firm that are interested in the overall customer experience, but thinking about the cost, the economics, the economic buyers. And finally, typically in most of these digital transformations, we have some kind of ecosystem partner. Other firms that are either part of the platform or participating in the platform, and there's change there. Now, I'm going to leave the topic here for today, but my next video will be talking about how to manage for this adoption and what we can do to significantly improve our chances of success on this journey.